Well, as the industry powers towards the net zero target of 2050, there's a lot of pressure on the manufacturers to deliver the technology that we need to get there. I'm joined now by the president of CFM, Gail Mayhurst, and we're going to be talking about the introduction they had of the LEAP engine when he promised 15% savings. Gail, that 15% was a target. How's it actually done? Now we're seeing it flying on all the Neos and the Maxes around the world.
Well, it was actually a very ambitious target. It was not very obvious at the time that, we could make it. We've been in the past where we had development of engines, and unfortunately, we wouldn't meet the target that we set ourselves. So when it comes to the LEAP, we met the 15% fuel improvement target versus the previous generation of engines, as we promised. And the interesting thing is I travel a lot and meet customers all over the world. And a lot of them are telling me, why are you only talking about 15%? Because when we use the airplane LEAP powered versus an airplane CFM powered, we see more than that. We see actually all the way to 20%. So why don't you advertise what you achieve? And it was a good feedback for the market. Customers have expectations, rightfully, and when they're not happy, they know how to say it. So it was pretty good to take that they are actually advertising a better fuel burn improvement than the one we promised at the time.
Now, of course, the danger of that is you've got something else coming along the line. People already expect you to be achieving 15 or 20%. Then you've got the RISE program that you opened during the COVID times. How's that going to go?
So the RISE program is going up full speed right now. We have more than 1,000 engineers working on them. And the goal of that program is to bring an engine in the time frame of 2035 that will be 20% better in fuel performance and therefore in CO2 performance compared to the best engine today, which is the LEAP, right? And so we have done more than 100 tests already. We are actually transforming ideas into parts as of we speak. As of we speak right now, Alan, we have 25 tests being run in parallel on all sorts of technologies that will be incorporated in the future, potentially in the future engines for 2035. So our goal is really 20%. It's a huge goal, but we have all confidence that we can make it.
So just to clarify, you talk about 2035, you'll achieve that 20% using the fuels, the SAF or whatever we've got. But 2035, we're talking about having hydrogen possibly flying. I know Airbus are talking about that. Where are you with providing hydrogen fuel or hydrogen cells in order to get the aircraft flying?
Well, hydrogen is on the paper a very attractive fuel option because it's a true zero carbon fuel. So that's why it's so interesting to us, and we really want to try to see if we can make it as a viable fuel for aviation. So we have a collaborative agreement with Airbus. We are going to test later in the decade an engine on the A380 test bed that will be fueled with hydrogen. So we're currently working on that. The feasibility of hydrogen, I think, is not so much is the engine capable of burning hydrogen, because we have done that in the past, many different ways. The question is more, how are we going to store the hydrogen in the airplane and transfer it to the engine? So this is all those kind of things that we are working on. Obviously, for us, the quick path toward decarbonization is SAF. SAF is already accepted by our engines. We've been doing tests using 100% sustainable aviation fuel on LEAP engines, on CFM engines, and they work perfectly. So I would say the first step, the quick win is SAF, and probably later on in time, more towards the 2050 goal, hydrogen could step in. It's going to be in that order.
And you know you're a man who keeps your promise, so we look forward to see you doing that by 2050.
Thank you so much, Alan.